when there's a ton of really good things happening, but people just, I feel like they can't just be happy. They got to find something to argue about because they've got, like you said, they have got to run with their narrative, right? Whatever their voting block is, because they're insecure, right? In my opinion, they're insecure. Their security comes in their position being all the way right. And if their position is at any point shaky, right, then they feel like it's a threat to them. And what kills me is I feel like almost all of us would be in the same building of church on Sunday, though, sitting there.
Right.
Because the majority of us claim to be like Christians or whatever it is. And I'm not trying to throw stones. It's just one of the frustrating parts of the conversation. Yeah. You know, it's like, how can there be such ideological differences between people who are supposed to be theologically very similar?
Well, I will tell you, I am sort of an armchair theologian. I love theology. Okay. And I have a library literally of hundreds, if not over 1,000 theology books that have all been read and highlighted and notes taken. And a lot of bad things happen when you study theology. It makes it harder and harder to go to church because you hear sermons that aren't theologically, historically accurate. And it becomes very difficult, and you have to like tune out what you're listening to. But what's worse is inside Christian communities, then you get all these posts when you're in all these Christian groups, and you get all these posts and then people arguing over it. And then and as you read them, you're like, you're all wrong. None of you actually understand the historical context of that verse, or you don't understand where that came from. And then you start getting mad and then to me, I feel like that's how the devil keeps Christians busy. He was like, listen, I know I've already lost you for the war, but I can win the daily battles by keeping all you Christians arguing over theological nuances that don't matter. And one day it hit me, and I was like, listen, we're supposed to follow God, not the world. Theology, no matter how great it is all man-made, because it's all us trying to interpret a God that is beyond our comprehension. So even the best theology that we have as a church, like the Nicene Creed, have all agreed that this is right. Well, that was still man-made definitions created 1,500 years ago that we all decided we'll call that right. And then like when you get like a charismatic church that comes out and they all dance and sing differently than a Baptist church, then you start those arguments, and then you're like, well, my theology seminary says that women can't preach, and another one says, well, mine says they can. Let's argue over that. And it's like both of your arguments actually come from a man-made interpretation. The difference is that was it 200 years ago or 1,500 years ago that a group of men decided what you would agree on?